I want to take us to NXT TakeOver New Orleans during WrestleMania week.
Yeah.
What a night for you. What a night for the Undisputed Era. You become the NXT North American Champion, the first one. And then you guys defend your NXT tag titles and win the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic. Roderick Strong joins the group. Gosh, what was that whole experience that night like for you guys? Can it get any better?
I don't think so. I mean, the WWE has surprised me and shocked me and made me feel like, oh my gosh, it can get better than this. But, I mean, that night was so wild on so many levels. First of all, to open an event, to pretty much kind of open WrestleMania weekend with NXT TakeOver, and the very first match being this six-man ladder match for this new championship, this new prestigious championship, with, in my opinion and many people's opinions, six of the brightest stars in NXT, kind of vowing and going for this championship belt. That was crazy. So to be the guy at the end of the match, on top of the ladder, standing there, looking at this new championship, looking out at the sea of people, looking into the camera, and imagining the thousands and thousands of people who were watching it all over the world, it was cool. It was a really, really cool feeling. But then knowing, only a few short minutes later, I had to go in and help Kyle O'Reilly defend our NXT Tag Team Championships. That was a whole other ballgame. And then for Roderick Strong to join us, for us to be the winners of the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic, to retain the championships, and then have a new member who was more than qualified to be in this group, it was awesome. All of us felt like we were on top of the world.
A few more questions, we'll get you out of here. Being the tag team champs, you're 1/4 of the tag team champs using Freebird Rules. Mm-hmm. What do you know about the Freebirds? Have you got to meet Michael P.S. Hayes?
Oh, I have. I've absolutely had the pleasure of meeting him, and he's a total joy to be around. I love everything about Michael Hayes.
Have you guys thought about introducing 2 more tag belts just on your own? Because I don't think anyone's ever done that, so you'd have 4 tag belts.
They haven't, and that's not a bad idea, because we thought ourselves, we think it'd be a good idea to carry around our own Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic Cup with us as well. So I think adding a couple of tag team championships that are interchangeable with all of us, I don't think that more belts is always a good idea. That's an excellent idea. More belts is always good.
And more belts for you. You're the first double champion in NXT, which is awesome. All right, I got to ask you about this. So you're going to the dentist. Do you have any recommendations for dentists, and who does your teeth?
I have an excellent recommendation for dentists. There's a dentist who currently resides in Pittsburgh, but will very shortly be relocating to Orlando. So your go-to dentist by far is my girlfriend, Britt Baker. I mean, she's the best. There's a reason that I have such a beautiful smile. It's because she takes great care of me.
Oh, man, that's awesome. And I got to throw this, too, because when I read that was cool. But to me, this is even a little cooler. She was born, if the internet is correct, she was born in Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania.
That's correct.
She must love the movie Groundhog Day starring Bill Murray.
Oh, she loves it. One of my favorite T-shirts that she's ever given me is this Punxsutawney T-shirt with the groundhog on the front. I love the thing. One time she actually ended up taking me to kind of like a fair where they have the groundhog, and I got to see the whole 9 yards, and it was awesome. I've been to Punxsutawney many times, and it reminds me of my hometown in Manheim, Pennsylvania, and I can totally relate to that. I love that town. It's a nice, relaxing place to be.
That is awesome, and it's just incredible when you think of the history and all too, and that actually the place exists and they actually do that. It's just something of interest, something of note. All right, Adam. So we'll get you out of here. NXT will be in Fort Pierce, the Haverdale Fence Center, Saturday, April 21st. The Undisputed Era is just on a roll. And speaking of Groundhog Day, geez, what a night to relive would have been NXT TakeOver New Orleans. That would be great for Groundhog Day, right?
Oh, yeah. I could relive that day every day. That'd be fine by me.
All right. So, Adam, thank you so much. In closing, is there anything you just want to add to fans and just that what you guys are doing in the Undisputed Era, what you're doing, what's going on, even social media?
Yeah, I guess so. You know, if people want to follow kind of what I'm doing, because I try to keep everybody up to date as much as possible. We constantly have things going on in NXT. There's always new events or new T-shirts or new cool things for the fans to get their hands on. As far as me personally, you can follow me on Twitter @AdamColePro. Also have an Instagram @AdamColePro. And if you guys want to take a look there, I'll keep you up to date with everything I got going on. So trust me, this year is just getting started. It's only going to get wackier and crazier and better. So definitely stay tuned.
Hey, and now that Roderick Strong's in the group, I guess you'd have to be an Elvis fan too now.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I have to be. I already was beforehand, but now I am for sure, for certain.